At that time, if you tell people I'm going to be artist, then people will just scratch their head. Then your parents probably will scold you, say that this is not a very good idea. You can't earn a living.
When I look at a piece of art and putting a price tag to it, it's kind of a very emotional thing.
I always believe that good art will always find audience. If I were to be able to put up good art at the right price, I think I'll be able to sell something.
I'm Jeffrey Wanley, architecturally, professionally trained. The spark started even long ago. Yeah, I mean, first spark is the love with my wife. We were married in 1999, so both of us love the arts. We had a dream and a vision that maybe we could do something in this line together. But she's also a designer, I'm also an architect, and we love the arts. I would say I'm putting everything under one environment, which is the setup that we have now, which is Maya and Associates, and Maya Gallery is part of it. We are putting everything together, all our skills and expertise, with my wife and our partners. Maya is different. We are not just a gallery that just buy and sells art. We have a very good relationship with all the artists. We get into not just a working relationship, but it's a relationship that we would like to work together to help I would say increase the level of awareness of the arts scene.
Presence at the gallery area lah. So Maya Gallery has a booth lah.
At the end of the day, consciously one wants to do something, and one shares the vision, and one works towards it. Also, on top of it, a balance between the bread and butter issues and all that. How for us to create, to sustain.
I mendaki.
See the 3 meters wide.
3 meters.
Nothing comes just a springboard just like that. It'll take time. It'll take time to build. We can't rely just on the social media. Social media is also a very good platform. We can't deny today's generation is it, and today's world is like that. But the personal contact is important. For example, an artist, you just don't buy and sell the artwork. The artwork speaks a certain language. The artwork has some content. So getting to know the artwork and buying something, whether out of emotion or out of investment, is also to understand exactly what the art is all about and a little bit more of the artist.
All this information into one panel lah, Suna. You put all this information about protege and mentor into one panel.
It's just not buy a shampoo or buy other products, that you see. They can just talk about it. You just read about it, and that's all. And I want to. This has been also one of our vision, is that in the areas of arts education. We had programs, not just for schools and private institutions, even corporate bodies too. Yeah. So our approach is different in that manner.
Well, actually, we are an art gallery, selling paintings of we mainly specialize in Singapore art, local art, and we do more of aesthetic art. So basically, this gallery is about close to 800 square feet. So if you look at the design, now you can see that the center there's a sort of a partition. So actually, this space was designed such that if the business didn't pick up well, I can jettison off half the space and return to the landlord. And also we have my operating nerve here, which is my studio. The walls are partitioned so that to create more wall space, because wall space is very crucial for gallery business. We have some so-called space-saving initiatives like this one. You know, we can hang more paintings. Yeah. And then we have designs like this. So it's like a wallet where you can put a lot more paintings. Yeah. There are a lot of factors driving this. First thing, we don't have a lot of capital. Having said that, capital is a cost itself, right? So we have to think of a low-cost way to do it. Second thing is, no, this art thing it's not a mass market product. We don't go on volume, so to speak. In business, there are many ways to do the same thing. Of course, you can throw in money to advertise, market. For us, we take a different route. When I moved here, I started to do mature artist work. Then I asked myself, there are a lot of galleries, very established gallery doing this artist. So who am I, you know? There must be a competitive advantage. So first, I position myself as a knowledgeable gallery. In fact, we have talks. For every exhibition, we have reading materials. We talk about heritage. We talk about technical skill in appreciating art, which a lot of other galleries don't do. Secondly, I call it the budget airline concept, because what the customer wants is actually a good piece of work at a reasonable price on their home's walls. So with lower overheads, we buy time, and then words of our emergence slowly spread out among the circle. So it's, you know, it's people talk, yeah, so-called like referrals. So we depend on that. This morning I'm attending Mr. Ong Kim Seng, I think a very renowned Singapore watercolorist, his painting lessons. Yeah. Now, I'm an artist. It's advantageous to me because then I can join artists gathering. We have a session where amateur artists meet. So I met this artist there. Then because I'm an artist, I know he has pretty good skills. Then I know that he's very passionate also, because these are the things that actually, signs that this guy will make it. Yeah. So then after that, yeah, we decided to take him. Yeah. I mean, you have to be in a circle. You obviously got to open your eyes and watch.
对，就是这样的，它本来就是这样的。
If you are influential gallery, then of course many artists will want to look for you. But if you want to go up, look for artists that's higher than your status, your gallery status, then I guess you have to move to them. There's one side which is the power of the gallery. There's another side which is the power of the artist. So if you look, it's like looking for a partner, right? A soulmate. In the old days, we say, you must be of the same status. Yeah, so if you want to look down, it's very easy. You want to look up, it's kind of more difficult. Yeah, I think it's the same kind of relationship here.
We call this exhibition the journey. The journey of us, Maya, from the point of conceptualizing to reality. There are 5 artists here, 3 as resident artists and 2 of our friends in Bali. So here we try to capture Bali in its natural state. On the left here is from Huda, he's a Balinese. Sunar does acrylic oils and all that. So these are some of Sunar's works in Chinese ink. In fact, there are a couple of Chinese artists and Chinese guests that came in. So when they look at Sunar's work, they thought it was done by a Chinese master. Actually, it's done by our local Singaporean boy. It's very, very interesting. Today we're going to have a Meet the Artist session. It's just a very relaxed and public where people would like to meet and talk to the artists, and the artists will be able to share their works, share their thoughts, and share their feelings about what we have here. So I guess it's a good engagement, and it's a good awareness, and also it's a learning thing. When I look at a piece of art and putting a price tag to it, it's kind of a very emotional thing, because I have to consider a lot of things. I will see the artist because he needs to survive, and I will see our relationship with him or her to see how far can we go together. And the other emotions will be looking at the art and how it's been speaking to you, you see. Putting a labeling and price tags is important, but the experience to put it there, a lot of considerations. Yeah, because it involves survival for the artist as well as the gallery. Buy and sell is one of the hard truths that we need. We need to so-called recover operational costs and all that. Art is also another kind of quiet taste. Right? You go through a certain process to buy art also, right? And we are here also to share, maybe through the sharing, for them to appreciate the art, appreciate and get to know the artists themselves. Because I think here we're just not selling the artwork, right? We are also here in a way celebrating our local artists, and also celebrating the art that we have, you see, and we would like to share that.
The risk is, at the last minute, the artist will pull out. Then, but the other risks are also the monetary kind of things, that there's a lot of investment is put.
Time, effort, lots of planning for marketing, for example, to get the message across to the other side. But I think the bigger objective of where we want to go, I think that's more important. At the end of the day, facts remain facts, we need to eat. Right? So it is also a concern on bread and butter issues and all that. Doing something that you wanted to do, doing something that you are passionate about, there is very difficult to draw the line between a business and something and passion. Yeah, it's already part of you. There's no real method. Every institution, organization, or a company has its own ways. There could be some basic rule of thumbs. A lot of it depends on many other factors that we need to look at. The factors of operation costs, the factors of your relationship with the artist, the factors of the market, the factors of the environment, of the current environment in the arts. But more importantly is the first step. First step is that, yes, if we feel confident with whatever we have now, the right team, the right mindset, so just say we give it a go.
When I first started out, ArtCommune is just a vehicle for me to, pay my bills so that I can carry on with what I want to do. But having said that, as it is now, it's a little bit different because there are more stakeholders now, and we are also coming to promote some younger artists. I always believe that good art will always find audience. If I were to be able to put up good art at the right price, I think I'll be able to sell something. So we went around to look for some good works. They are priced cheaply because you see, the thing about the art world is the price is always very dependent on your fame, right? So if it means that actually there are some artists who are good, but they are not famous, so their artworks is cheap. So I'm trying to do that market. At that time, I opened my shop in Chinatown Point. The rent was much lower because Chinatown Point was, at that time, is the cheapest in so-called CBD areas. After moving here, my cost went up quite a lot. The rent is 3 times more. So much pressure, Then I realized that my old model can't work because it's very difficult for young artists to sell works. I mean, in the past I sell 2 pieces a month, I'm okay. But here, there's no way. So I went around with the networking that I have, checked around in the gallery circle, and then I found partners who are willing to come in, and then we shifted our focus a bit. I started to sell more, I would say more expensive stuff. Now my average piece maybe is between about 8K. ArtCommune is here to participate in the Affordable Art Fair. The business concept behind this is that I think in the past, art has only 2 segments. One is the no brand, the pasar malam type. The other type is the LV, right? Very expensive. But there's nothing in between. So I think the Affordable Art Fair is here to fill up this market. This is our store, so we need to make some changes to the booth. Because buyers are very funny. They see a piece they like, they're sold, then they're very sian already. They go somewhere else. In the gallery business, also a lot of hard work, not so romantic, like wow, very flashy. The rent is about 6,000 plus all the miscellaneous. You probably got to have 10K investment before you can even come in. Yeah. So you got to sell a lot of pieces in order to just to recover costs.